Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight. Welcome back to Dead Cells The Foundry update. And by Foundry update, I actually mean the alpha for update 6, which is well on its way. In fact, it just dropped right now. The alpha, that is, for update 6, which, as far as I know, does not have an official name anywhere as of yet. So, you know, we'll have to stay tuned for that one. But in addition to this alpha, there has also been a bit of an update on, like, kind of like a clarified roadmap. I mean, we'll talk about all the cool things that have been added in this, in the alpha so far in a second, according to the patch notes. But we'll get to that. Oop. First things first, though, is the updated kind of roadmap here. I guess it looks like, I mean, Motion Twin, it seems like they feel they're closing in, like they're getting to a point where, you know, there's a lot more focus going into, like, preparing for 1.0 and less into just, you know, like, developing new content. It's getting focused, I guess, the development. We're getting right into the long-awaited day of 1.0, and they're already in the roadmap. They mentioned plans for, like, post 1.0 content, including the first bit of DLC, which will come out within like a month or two free of 1.0. But now you may be thinking, Gaslight, what do you mean they're talking about making DLC already? Why are they talking about DLC? That's everything wrong with the games industry already, talking about DLC before 1.0's even out. That may be true, but it's free DLC, so you can put away the pitchforks. Which I always think that's nice, you know, some post 1.0 free DLC, just as a way of saying, hey, thanks for sticking with us so far. Let's keep this adventure going a little bit longer. Anyway, so that's all cool. And when I say they're, like, talking about DLC, like, it's literally only in, like, the brainstorming phase. And I figure, like, by the sounds of, like, where Motion Twin feel they are of the game, I think they have every right to be talking about, like, wait, why am I even worrying about cells? This is the alpha branch. We don't get to keep any of our upgrades anyway. Anyway, like, they're at a point where they feel comfortable about talking about, like, what comes next. So that's cool. You know, like, basically, the foundations are in place. Everything, like, is doing what it should be, and the focus is now on just, like, finishing up the last of, like, the 1.0 stuff, and then going where they're going from there. So that's cool. That's good. Looking forward to that. Anyway, let's talk about, like, what the presently unnamed Alpha 6 is going to bring for us. Right off the bat, I mean, as you probably noticed, since I actually started off with money, I did, like, a half run. And it looks like bosses, and probably all enemies, now develop immunity to ice over time. There's also this is a cool new thing right here, as you can see, where you get to, like, pick one upgrade or another. That's, like, lifted straight out of the daily runs, and I think that's pretty cool. Like getting choices, that's cool. Bosses get resistance now to various effects, which is good. Because, I mean, like, regular enemies, you're probably going to kill them in, like, 1 or 2 frost blasts anyway. So, having bosses able to, like, maintain a threat by, like, being able to continuously develop is another thing. You'll also notice, actually, I guess this isn't a really good example, but survival increases your health a little bit more now. Brutality is kind of like middle of the road in terms of, like, how much it scales up your health. And Tactics gives you the least amount of health per upgrade. And I guess the idea behind that is probably to help, in addition to, like, bosses having a slow but steady resistance to your freeziness. Now, it's a bit of a way to balance things out so that, like, Tactics isn't obviously the only answer to you know, upgrading and stuff, and I assume we'll see even more balancing as we carry on, but that's kind of what it's looking like right now, and, you know, we'll see where it goes over the course of the alpha here. The actual update itself is currently on an ETA to like hit the main branch around sometime around the beginning-ish of March. So that'll be cool. And we haven't even got to like the big exciting content stuff of, oh, that was bad, of this update yet. And the big exciting stuff of this update is that it adds a new level and a new final boss. Not the final boss, but, you know, something that tied us over until Big Daddy Boss Man shows up at the very end. So that'll be cool. And new level, I think it's called like the castle or something like that. So that'll be cool. New level to investigate, new boss to fight, all good things. I'm happy to see that, really. And what else do we got? What else do we got? There's a few more things that I can't think of off the top of my head. But are good updates. And this just leads us to the end. The end being the prison depths. I mean, I could totally just escape into the prison depths, I guess, but I don't want to do that. I want to... Well, then again, do I... Well, no, because if I go to the prison depths, we have to go to the ossuary, unless I've changed it. There's, like, some new secrets somewhere in the game. It could be in the prison depths, but I kind of want to... I want to try to, like, take the fastest route I know to get to the end, so that this run can be us, like, seeing the new final boss and new level. And then the one after that could be us looking for all the other cool secrets and mysteries that have been added. Nicely done. Ow, that was much less nicely done. You'll also notice there seem to be like a lot of corners now in like a lot of these levels. At least I've noticed a lot more corners. You know what? Don't even need that. We don't need cells. In fact, now that I think about it, why am I even playing on triple boss cell mode when we don't really need it? You know, since, like, we're in the alpha branch, so we're not really going to be upgrading anything anyway. Also, I don't know, prison depths, never mind. I thought I was seeing something that said skill scroll of some kind, but that's not a thing. Anyway, so yeah, overall, I mean, it looks like this update's going to be packed with some interesting features. You know, we just need to get to them. Actually, you know what? I think the ramparts are faster than the ossuary. The ossuary gives us a better chance for some, like, higher tier stuff. But I think this works better overall. Because the ramparts, they feel like they go faster. And sometimes you gotta go with what feels like a feeling rather than what does not feel like a feeling. Also, I figure we're probably going to play, like, a couple, like, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 episodes in the alpha, and then I might go back to the beta branch for a while. Just so we can, like, finish upgrading stuff and, like, knowing that we get to keep our progress. But we are probably going to be putting a lot of focus in the alpha build, because that just makes sense. Oh yeah, I gotta remember, I've got that whole explodey crossbow thing. And it does explodey and crossbow things, so that's good. Alright, yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't even need to fight all the enemies anyway. Like, it's kind of a waste, isn't it? Since we don't get to keep our progress. And if you don't get to keep your progress, what's the point? I'm probably going to replace the exploding crossbow as, like, as cool a weapon as it is. When the opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely replacing it with a hunter's longbow. So I'm gonna want to go with what I know for the most part, I think. You know, to be safe, because we're gonna be fighting a whole new boss and everything at the end of this, from what I've been led to believe. So we, like, totally... Alright, that's cool. But we totally want to make sure we're ready for that. Yeah. Very ready. Like, as ready as we possibly can be. Also, hold on a second here. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the audio... Wrong thing entirely. Yeah, it is a little bit louder, I think. Than, it is in, over in the beta branch. Or that could just be me. It could just be that the Ramparts is a slightly louder level. For whatever reason. It happens. It's a thing. That's totally something that sounds real. And not something I just completely made up. in order to explain things. All right, we gotta... Yes, good. I mean, well, it was kind of good, kind of bad. All right. Let's keep going here. Ignore... Oh, don't even need to fight any of you. Remember that. Remember, Gaslight. Nothing you do in this build is permanent, and every single update to the alpha is going to reset any progress you've made, so don't get too attached to anything or anyone for any reason. Oh, also, you know what, now that I think about it, like, while Motion Twin was talking about, like, some of their, okay, I gotta kill some of these, don't I? But, yeah, like, while they were talking about their ideas and stuff, I guess they're also gearing up to get ready to add, like, the lore to the game, but I guess they're kind of in talks about, like, how they want to do it. I assume they've got, like, the lore stuff written and, like, how, like, what the actual story is, but they haven't quite decided how they best want to present it yet, which I find kind of interesting. I mean, because I guess the big concern is, like, they want to implement it in such a fashion that it does not, I guess, like, impede the flow of the game. So, I mean, I guess I can kind of understand that. Like, Dead Cells is a very, like, frantic, fast-paced kind of game, and I can understand, like, being a little reticent, or reluctant, I guess, might be better, to, I guess, like, have it so, like, you'd have to, like, stop mid-run, open a menu, and then read, like, a story beat. But, you know, it also, like, makes sense to do it that way, so the way I see it, it's good either way. And plus, I mean, like, in terms of, like, some of that stuff, you'd only have, like, you know, it would only take, like, a couple of runs, I imagine, to, like, fully unlock all the story stuff. Then after that, you wouldn't have to worry as much. Also, the only reason I'm really fighting all of these enemies still is because I do want to make sure that we save up some amount of money in order to afford stuff later, because, as you'll see in a second here when I do this, yeah, the cost of buying rerolls has actually gone up. Also, wait, when did grenades become... Oh, that's right, that's another change. All grenades are now, like, part brutality. Interesting. Very interesting. So that's presumably also another way to... I mean, one, that means that ice grenades are good on brutal runs now. But it also means that... yeah, there's gonna be a... It also, in a way, it kind of makes tactics, like, less good. Which is a good thing, because frankly, tactics was a bit overrepresented, I'd say. I didn't miss anything, did I? Eh, probably nothing important. Yeah, probably nothing important. Probably. Maybe. Probably, maybe. Alright, let's see here. What do we want as our, like, last thing? I guess the faster healing. That's always a good get, I should think. Also, yeah, with this ice grenade, we'll be able to demonstrate how enemies eventually develop an immunity to ice. So we boop them on the face like that, and, you know, 10,000 years later, we'll be able to freeze them again. So as we can see, it's like not the first time. Whoop. All right, he still hasn't developed resistance, but I swear he did. Like, he totally did for reals, y'all. All right, still okay. I mean, I swear I'm not crazy. He was. I fought this guy just a second ago before recording this episode, and he was developing an immunity to being frozen. Okay, I mean, maybe it's because I had the ice blast, and the ice blast was like I was overusing it. All right, I mean, Don't make a liar out of me, Incomplete One. That's very rude. Very rude indeed. Well, I guess you made a liar out of me, because I wasn't able to demonstrate it. But, yeah, I'll have to keep an eyeball on that, because when I saw it happen, I was like, holy crap. You know, the end. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I guess there's money down here as well. I mean, yeah, we're not gonna waste ourselves on trifling things like the Foundry, at least not right now. Though it occurs to me, with a new boss, that means there's gonna be a new boss source cell, which means that there's presumably gonna be a level after S to upgrade stuff to. Would it be SS? S plus? S plus plus? Time will tell. Time will show us. Will show us the way. And the way. Oh god. What a jerk. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, go suck on my exploding bolts. Yeah. That'll learn him. Alright, I've got to be honest. The exploding crossbow is not capturing my imagination as much as I would have liked it to. But then again, these are both... Yeah, these are both literally weapons that we picked up at the very beginning of the game. So, I should not be surprised that they're not quite able to keep up with what we had before. Oh, good god. Well, actually, you know what? This is not that bad a problem. Though it's kind of a problem, mostly because there is the possibility of dying now. But, what is death, anyway? Some would say it is just a transition between two states of being. There we go. Others would say it is the end of everything. I prefer not to think that way. Mostly because that's a scary way to think, in my opinion. But, you know, such is life. Oh, God, why? Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Why? Yes, freeze! And, oh, that actually was not even 1/3 as bad as I was, like, imagining it was going to turn out to be. Anyway, moving on. It's gonna be like the speediest run we've ever speedrunned. Well, all things considered, this is like not a world record attempt by any stretch of the imagination, especially because I hear like the fastest run in Dead Cells was like something like 10 minutes with all boss cells activated, mind you. But, oh, come on. I totally should have ducked under that. Oh well, I did it to myself, so I can't get too salty. I could. But what does salt really do? Salt, yeah, it's good. It's a good flavoring and a good preservative, I suppose. So you got that. Have too much of it's bad for your heart. But other than that, salt is okay. Salt is the bread and butter of bread and butter. Whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. All right, I don't like this. I'm pretty sure. Shekels over there. Alright. Baja! Kinda wanna wait for my ice blast to recharge, so we can do that. And then that. Then we roll in and do that. And then that, just for safe measures, even though it didn't really... Alright, good job, Chuckles. You have once again protected us from harm with your chuckling and happy-go-lucky way of looking at the world. Alright, shopkeeper man. You're not really selling me any exciting shops, so you can stay over there. You know what? This level layout feels kind of weird. Like, it's the level layout we know and love, but at the same time... Oh, I really hope I have enough money to... Oh, yeah, wow, you only get like 2 rerolls now. Well, that's gonna make things really difficult. Now I really have to think. Like, in the sense... Well, you know, we still have the clock tower to go to after this. Because I'm totally going to go to the clock tower because I'm pretty convinced that the clock tower is faster than the sepulcher. And we do kind of want to make sure that we have like a fast-ish run as far as fast and ish is concerned. I'm also wondering to myself if I want to switch out these cluster grenades for something else. The answer is probably, but when? Boom shakalaka. Man, those golems. They're scary, but at the end of the day, they can't hurt you if you don't let them. Which is also blatant lies, but... Well, actually, no, it's not. If you don't let them hurt you, they can't hurt you. That's just common sense right there. Which, of course, as we all know, common sense is not exactly all that common in today's world, is it? But then again, what is common sense, really? But sense that someone has deemed better than someone else's sense. Which is not actually how that works at all. Alright, I could really use the hunter's longbow. I would really like that, especially if it had like double tactics or something, or not tactics, double survival on it, seeing as that would be really useful for us. Like, given our current build and everything, I mean, we've got a moderately strong build going here, but we are literally still using... Wow, that actually did almost no damage. Did they nerf the golem and not tell me? I think they did. That confuses and angers me that I was not informed of that decision. No one told me about that. Oh god. Then again, I approve, so no problem. I mean, it's not like anyone even needs my opinion on these things, seeing as I am not the head opinion guy who gives all of his opinions on stuff. Then people listen to those opinions. I'd have to become like a CEO or a world leader or something if I wanted people to actually listen to my opinion. Or just become like, you know, some YouTube celebrity. But who's got the time for that in this day and age, really? I mean, who even wants to be a celebrity in this day and age? You just have people constantly going on about, like, the minute details of your life, and it's like, give it a rest, man. There's, like, people, like, actually doing important stuff out there. I'm just, like, some guy providing a little bit of entertainment in a world that is all too often very grim and sad. And I don't want it to be grim and sad, because I'm not a grim and sad man. I want people to not be grim and sad. Alright, that's a fair enough mix right there. I can dig it. Anyway, yeah. At least that's what I would say if I was a celebrity anyway. You know, I'm no one special. Just a concerned citizen trying to do his duty. Add a little bit of light and laughter to the world as best as one can. I mean, especially in today's society. I mean, good golly gosh. I mean, sometimes I wonder if the gods up there are crazy. And by gods, I mean the powers that be. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff's going on out there in the world. But at the same time, it's not that terrible. I mean, you know, I like to think that overall, costs are down, profits are up, and individual liberty and freedom has never been higher. Though some would tell you that's not true. And, you know, if it isn't true, then we probably should do something about that. But, whoa! Oh god, oh god. You know, because people generally like being free and stuff, and generally speaking, if all the stats and stuff I've been told my entire life are true, then it is a true fact, a fact with a capital F and a little trademark symbol next to it, that more freedom is better than less freedom, and that like all the great civilizations of the world have trended in a more liberal and free. I mean, not necessarily like free and liberal are necessarily synonyms, but they could be. Since apparently, where did I even read that? It's like, apparently, society, and I'm gonna just arbitrarily assume this is like specifically like a Western society trope. Might not be true in like other parts of the world, but supposedly, societies become more liberal and progressive over time. And this is like a trend that, like, I guess all the great civilizations of throughout history have followed. Yeah. I mean, it sounds good, at least on paper. And all assuming, you know, it's free liberty and freedom for everyone. I mean, but then again, I mean, if we do live in a world where, you know, we only get the one life and then we're gone, and we never get seen again, I mean, what's the point in wasting time hating other people? That's what I say. I mean, you know, I feel that's an important message to mention, seeing as we do seem to live in a society where you're constantly hearing on the news how there are people who are being treated like less than human just because they happen to view the world differently. And it happens everywhere, which is kind of the sad part. I mean, it's really bad in some places where you can literally be killed for thinking the wrong thoughts, and I'm considering myself pretty grateful that I don't live in such a society. Though, of course, some doomsayers would say that we are approaching that, even here in Canada. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to be vigilant against, like, letting something like that happening, but to be constantly saying the sky is falling does get a little bit tiresome after a while. So, having said that, I guess, I mean, you know, like, all the freedoms and privileges and rights and stuff that we enjoy in society today, they could disappear just like that, couldn't they? If no one was there to actually, like, fight for them. And I like to think that most people, like, you hear often, like, you know, the whole millennial generation, or, like, all, like, you know, just a bunch of self-absorbed narcissists who don't care about, like, world events or anything. But I don't think that's, I think that's kind of unfair and untrue, isn't it? Like, I mean, every society, every generation has its problems. And obviously the problems of the previous generation end up getting solved by the next. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with any of this, to be honest. It's like I'm trying to make a statement, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm not actually educated enough on what I'm trying to say to make the statement I think I'm trying to make. I don't know. You can tell that I've been, like, reading some kind of political paper recently or something. Some kind of opinion piece. I don't know. I spend a lot of time these days, like, following, or, well, trying to follow what's going on in the world, because I think it's important. Because if you understand what's going on, then you can kind of, I mean, like, I like history, and current events are literally just tomorrow's history, so, you know, might as well follow them. I mean, I guess history is kind of easier, because then you can kind of, like, point and laugh at all the stupid things that, past people did. But then again, at the same time, that's kind of, that doesn't help anyone. That doesn't help anyone at all. But, you know, it's important to pay attention, I guess, to know one's history, to know where we are, where we're going, what we could be doing. Never be entirely satisfied with the status quo, etc., etc., etc. And all kinds of other crazy liberal hippie ideas. I don't know. All I know is that I like thinking about what the world could be rather than what the world is. You know, like, the world can be a very cruel and unhappy place, but it doesn't have to be. And rather than just saying, well, the world sucks, you might as well live with it, I like to try thinking, like, what could we do to make the world better? Like, how could the world be more than what it is? How could we make the world that way? And, I mean, honestly, I would not presume to say that I have anything that even comes close to resembling the answers, but I do like to think that by at least saying, hey, you know what, we've got some problems in the world. Why do we accept these problems when we could be trying to solve them, you know? Like, though having said that, I mean, that's obviously a thing that is very easy to say, but very hard to actually do anything about, isn't it? Because, like, I like to think, like, we live in a world, like, things are very kind of stable and safe right now, in a fashion, anyway. And, nope, no, we're not doing Not a cursed sword run, not now. Like, we live in a world where things are good, generally speaking. And they're very stable. And, like, we live with, like, a society, like a system that, like, for many of us, like, it's a system that has existed for, and been in place for, like, a very long time. And how do you change that system when it is so well established? You know? Like, I think I made this comment before, but I remember reading, there's like just a little comic, and like kind of like the writer's sort of like commentary after it. It mentioned like regarding like how communism was sort of like no matter how it ended up turning out, it was sort of like the last great, I guess, innovation in terms of like attempting to do things differently as a society. I mean, obviously communism didn't really work out so very well, did it? Or else, you know, we'd all be communists today. But, yeah. And like, I guess, like all this is, I guess, like what the commentary here was trying to say, if I, you know, if I could be so bold as to presume the author's intent, is that, you know, like, we make changes now. Like, we try to adjust things to have a more, you know, to be more fair or, like, more equal, or more, at least, like, have more opportunities for everyone. But at the same time, like, we haven't really, like, dramatically changed the formula. Not that we need to dramatically change the formula, mind you, but, like, considering how many people you hear on the news and, like, just random internet message boards about, like, how awful the world is, you know, like, ooh, boo, capitalism, etc., and whatnot. Like, no one's really proposed, like, a good alternative, and, I mean, like, what is a good alternative, like, to how society is now? It also occurs to me, what does this conversation have to do with video games at all? Nothing, really. Oh, that's terrible. Not gonna do that. I mean, I probably didn't really need that either, but alright. Anyway, so basically I just spent money to do exactly what I've already got. Genius move, Gaslight. Anyway, so there's that, I guess is what I'm saying. It's like, it's easy to criticize, but hard to actually come up with something, isn't it? But I like to try thinking and, like, imagining stuff like that. I mean, I guess, like, as a writer, or at least, you know, an aspiring wannabe writer, by which I mean I've never gotten anything published yet, but I'm working on it. Someday. Someday we'll get there. But in the meantime... Oh, she's dead, and she actually dropped something new. What is this? Wait, that's just a boss cell. But I already have a boss cell. Boss Rune 4, unused. Ooh, that means we could go to... Oh, we've got new stuff here. Anyway, yeah. I guess, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, this is new. It feels very bright and fantasy-y. I kind of like that. And by kind of, I mean I really like it. Like, it's actually interesting. Like, everything else, like, in the game has, like, a certain darker hint to it. But, like, this is really bright. Oh, my. Got, like, a skeleton guy, king person there, who's, like, got somebody's head. Oh. Oh, and look at that. All the candles. Like, this is like a shrine, basically. And this music implies... Oh, no, this is actually like a full level. I was gonna say for a second, oh, this isn't even a full level. This is just like a sampley thing. But no, this is like an actual level that we can, like, do stuff in. These knights, or guardsmen people, they're like guard people doing guardy things. And there's like an entrance place for entrance things. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, I gotta see where the door goes. Like, that's not the end, is it? But, like, this level, like, it looks so fresh and new, like, still alive. Like, everything else looks like ruins. You know? Like, it's, like, dead, and it's, like, there's nothing there. But this is like a place where people are... Oh, sweet baby Jesus. What in the 9,000 hells was that? Also, note how that guy looked like he was wielding a broadsword that was not all that dissimilar from the broadsword we have access to. And that guy's spear thing, which I just noticed he can use to attack us through the ceiling, is not that different. Listen, dog. I'm trying to talk to the viewers here. If you could ease it up just a little. Anyway, but yeah, like this place, it feels like, oh, sweet baby merciful Jesus. Oh, sweet merciful Neptune. Alright, that actually wasn't so bad, but the castle key lets us open castle doors. Oh wait, well also, why am I even fighting enemies close by? Also, what does that symbol above my head represent? I mean, I assume it represents that I've got like some, also look at that, 10,000 power. Nice. That's some good stuff right there. Or does that represent that I have the key? That's gotta be the key, right? That's what that's showing, but man, I like this. Like the level, it's so, oh good God. It's so, okay, I kind of don't like the fact that that attack seems to go on for like a couple of seconds after the animation stops, but again, you know, alpha's gonna alpha. And we got to expect these sorts of wibbly-wobbly things, but wow, I like this. This is awesome. I like this place. This is cool. I mean, it is still kind of overgrown, but it's still like, it's so bright. Like, it feels like it's alive compared to the other places, even though, like, when you actually look closer, you see that it's like all overgrown and actually dead. Where the heck am I now? Huh. You see, I like that. That is cool. That is very cool indeed. This is all very, very good indeed. And I like that it is good. And yeah, this is awesome. I like this. This is a cool place. Yo, dog. What did I tell you about hitting me from below like that? Just bad manners all the way around. Like, man. I mean, I like it. This is cool. It's new stuff. Oh, sweet, merciful. Nope, 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 nope. Duck, duck, duck. Oh, I'm screwed either way. I mean, it's either get stabbed by him or shot by him. Also, 30,000 damage. This is crazy. Why did I do that? Alright. You know what? I should get out of here into a wider open area. Oh, crapple! I forgot you were here. Beautiful. Positively radiant and spectacular and groovy. Alright, so there's one of the keys. Oh, the throne room. So we're gonna be fighting the king. But this is not the final boss. That's the really cool thing that I want to emphasize here. This is not gonna be like if I understand or if I read things correctly. Like, this is not meant to represent like the final big kahuna at the end of things. Like, this is only a boss. It's the final boss for now, but it's not necessarily meant to be the final boss of the game. Which, frankly, I find rather exciting. I also find it kind of interesting how peaceful and quiet this place sounds. I don't know if that's just, like, because this is only, like, temporary music. Also, that's a red door. The other door was not as red. Which means it was less scary. Now this is much scarier. Also, you know what? It just occurred to me. That skull is still here. Why is this skull still here? It's like out of 1. What are my mutations? I don't understand what's happening. Why is that skull here? Am I dying? Am I cursed? What's happened to me? I mean, that hasn't been here this whole time, has it? I'd feel really weird if that's been there this whole time and I'm only just now noticing it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We'll replace it. Get a little something extra. Also, I still only have the base war spear, and I am still taking all of the names and kicking all of the posteriors of these vile undead fiends here. But there's just, oh god. There's just something about this level that, like, I like it more than all the other levels already. Maybe it's because it's new. But, maybe it's because it is just that great. But, yeah, this is something special, I think. Ooh, there's a blue door. Wait, but how do I get up there? That's a good question. I guess we'll find out. But first, let's go through the red door and see what cool red stuff is behind that door. Alright, we also want to go a little bit... Wait, where'd the red door go? Oh, it's literally just below me. I am being a silly. But I mean, like, the first thing you see when you come in here is that, like, that Skull King guy. You know what? It also occurs to me. Each of those doors represents... Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Each of those doors represents a different level. Like, this represents the ossuary. Oh, Gaslight, you're piecing it together. You're learning the secrets. And there goes our curse. I'm gonna be really mad, though, if I die before we even, like, actually see... I want to at least see the boss. Even if we don't kill the boss, I want to see the boss. And if we die now, we still have the fourth cell. Hello. Well, you're not so tough. Yeah, look at that guy. Look at this. Look at that chump. What a chump. Oh, we got a shiny rock. I mean, to be honest, that double boss fight, I like this. I like this. This is, like, this level, this feels like it's meant to be, like, the final level of the game. But apparently the king, I'm assuming it's going to be a king in there, is not necessarily meant to be the final boss. Which is confusing me. Or maybe I read it wrong, and what they meant is that it's going to be like the final boss when the game releases, and then, like in most roguelikes, ow, we're going to see, like, a post 1.0 thing that adds, like, the real final boss. Wow, that didn't do much damage, did it? Yeah, that's probably it. Now we're in, like, an entirely different corridor of the castle. An entirely different corridor of enemies to fight. As one finds. Alright. I like this. This is good. This is good. It only reaffirms all the faith I have previously had and continue to have in, like, this being, like, an awesome game. I also, again, I appreciate the fact, Al, that it really seems like the, like, these knight enemies here, their abilities are very reminiscent, I tells you, of the, like, spear guys move here. It looks kind of like a mix of the Impaler and the War Spear. And these guys, like, that weapon, it really looks like the broadsword a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, excuse me, good sir. I mean, the attack is totally wrong. I mean, we should tell him that he's, like, totally got the wrong... Oh, boy. Beautifully done. Also beautifully done. That he's got, like, the wrong attack pattern for his weapon. It's supposed to be, like, 3 big hits and then a little hit. I am really excited. This is a really big level, though. Like, ridiculously big. Ridiculously, awesomely big. And I am for it. Rather than to get it. Oh, I love this. I love all of this, though. This is cool. I like this. This is happy. I am very happy right now. I mean, I figured this was going to be a bit of a shorter episode with me, like, attempting to kind of just speedrun through it, but... Obviously, oh good, sweet, merciful God. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Wait a minute. Hold on a sec. Hold the phone here. We have... That throne room thing only required 2 keys. This has given us access to 3 different keys. Oh, good God. Don't do that. Which means we have more than what we started with. A lot more. Oh, hello, fellas. Also, it's kind of weird that I was going up in that corridor, and yet... Oh, dear. And yet now... We are... No, I'm just gonna use that. Probably a bad idea, since we might have wanted to save that for the actual boss fight, but... live and learn. And I've still got this, like, green skull thing over my head. What does that mean? Like, did it first show up when I... Like, wasn't really paying attention at the time, but did it first show up when I when I picked up, or when I unlocked that first cell door? Is that a sign of something? I mean, questions. Well, you know what? We actually have a door. Like, the door is right over here, is it not? So, we can check that out right now. Right? Oh, here we go. There's, like, something over here. Oh, there's some new stuff over here. That's, what is that? Very exciting stuff. This is like the armory or something. Alright. Okay, this is gonna be a tricky one. Alright. Oh, alright. Good job. Alright, so the idea here, if I understand correctly, is baja! And then baja. Ooh, the boomerang. And then baja again. Also, it's gotten very quiet. Kind of wondering if there's going to be a way to be able to do that section without taking damage, but we'll see. I mean, we've got like a red, yellow, and blue doors, which are representative of like different levels. That's cool. We've got that. I mean, I don't know why I'm fighting all the enemies at this point, because I've like already established that's not necessary or even strictly speaking a good idea, but oh. Yeah, I thought I was already over there. Was, but I didn't go all the way over to the edge, and I guess I got myself a little turned around. Let's go to the food shop. So quiet, so empty. It used to be so full of life, and now it is considerably less so. I'm gonna buy your turkey, Mr. Shopkeeper Man. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, off to fight the boss. We're still using the level 1 war spear, right? We are. Was that a weapon shop? No, that wasn't even a weapon shop. So, no weapon shops here. So, we're still using base level weapon, god tier, stabby, shooty, bow item thing. Good times. Alright, make sure we turn this in. What does the boomerang do? Automatically comes back to you, inflicting critical blows on the journey. Oh, so it's actually a weapon. Ah, dang. Now I wish we had done a tactics build so that we could, like, totally do something with it. Ah, what the heck. We'll unlock it now. I mean, today's Friday, so I assume there's not going to be, like, an update to the alpha till, you know, a little later on in the game. So, and by that I mean until, like, Monday, so I'll probably have time to record, like, 2 or 3 episodes here. Also, note the exclamation marks. Oh, boy. Oh, what is this? The Hand of the King. Okay, slow your roll, dog. I mean, you've got a lot of health. You're... Oh, good, sweet, merciful Jeebus. Okay, don't... Okay, now he's, like... He's ascending... Okay, that's interesting. Oh, and one of them is even an elite enemy. Good grief. Oh, friendo. Okay, I gotta really get better at dodging that. Listen, dog. I am not for your shenanigans. Yeah, freeze yourself for just a second there. Alright, how do I dodge you? That is a lesson. Well, okay, so we destroy those. Okay, heal up. Alright. My god, I am doing almost no damage to this guy. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, could you... There, destroy that. Okay, this is... Okay, he is frozen temporarily. Yo, dog, I'm busy here. Okay, he's resisting it now. Okay, he's resisting my power. Oh, crapple. Why did I not save my god tier powers? Okay, I'm dead. I am dead in every way that counts, except, you know, physically. Damn, this guy. He does ridiculous damage. And he just keeps coming. Oh, wait, look, I froze him. Could you, stop that? Okay, he's ascending into the heavens again. My god. I can't see myself beating this guy in the near future. I'm only at half health. I mean, I've only got him to half health. Like, this is nutso. Lots and lots of nutso. Okay, oh god. I'm not getting killed by you, good sir. Oh god, he came back. Oh, sweet merciful heavens. Oh, and he murdered me. My god, that is brutacular. Not even the power of my hunting bow could beat him. Holy smokes, that is difficult. And then, wait, what does this do? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it doesn't let us upgrade the forge. Doesn't let us extract more boss cells. Or nothing new there. Removes all healing. Alright, so it makes more cells. Okay, so we get even more cells. No, wait, no we don't. Okay, so I think the only thing this extra cell thing will do is let us check out... I mean, there's no reason not to do this, because as far as I can tell, it doesn't actually make the game harder. But it does let us open that secret door in the graveyard, so we'll have to check that out next time. However, for the time being, that is it for this episode, so until the next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.